Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us. We're very glad that you're here. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we are Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel.
Yeah, we are talking about a health topic today. And not that we've talked about this specific type of topic, but we've talked about bone joints and, you know, cartilage regeneration and pain and all kinds of stuff. And this has to do with your hips. So this is a good story.
A large international study suggests today's hip replacements may last much longer than previously thought. Hip replacement surgery has become so successful that more people are receiving new hips at younger ages than ever before. That success has also raised an important question. Would you like to know if today's artificial joints keep pace with decades of active living?
Yeah, because I mean, you figure. So I think I mentioned it. So I have a son that is been told that he needs to have a hip replacement. And one of the things that he was concerned about was that when he was told this, he has we have he has a cousin that's a physical therapist, and he told him, he goes, hey, you're going to have to probably change your lifestyle. You're not going to be able to run and jump around and beat your body up after you have these hip replacements. It's just not part of the plan. And that kind of concerned him a bit. But I mean, there's always a downside, right? Just because you go out and get a brand new paint job on a car doesn't mean you should go out and slam it around again if that's how you got ruined the paint before. So you need to change some things. But anyway, the improvement appears to be tied largely to better bearing surfaces, the parts of the artificial joint that move against each other every time a person walks, climbs stairs, or gets out of the chair. And I'm going to include probably
You're hey Scott, you're a whole page ahead.
I am? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Oh, was I?
we're at a major new study.
Oh,
Right?
I hope I didn't give anything away. All right. A major new study published on February 28th of this year in The Lancet offers encouraging news. An analysis of nearly 1.9 million hip replacements from national joint registries, amazing, combined with clinical studies involving more than 5,000 patients, suggests that modern hip implants are lasting far longer than earlier generations. Um, the researchers estimate that about 93% remain functional after at least 20 years, with roughly 2% still working after 25 years, and about 91% after 30 years. That's pretty
That's
impressive.
that's encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom had both of her hips replaced, not at the same time, but and she was first time she was probably in her 70s. The second time was probably well into her late 80s.
Hmm.
And yeah. And her hips were not a problem, but I mean, she lived to be almost 95.
Yeah.
So not that she had a
Awesome.
problem with her hips. So anyway, that's pretty encouraging news right there.
Yeah. The findings mark a substantial improvement over previous estimates. A 2019 Lancet study found that only about 58% of hip replacements lasted 25 years. But that analysis included older implant materials that are no longer widely used. Advances in modern bearing surfaces have greatly reduced wear, allowing many of today's implants to remain functional for decades.
The improvement appears to be tied largely to better bearing surfaces, parts of the artificial joint that move against each other every time a person walks, climbs stairs, or gets out of the chair. That's what I read earlier. Newer materials, including highly cross-linked polyethylene, which you probably touch every day when you open up a bag of potato chips or a box of cereal, and advanced ceramics are designed to produce less friction and shed fewer wear particles.
Yeah, I mean, where would those particles go? If they're like rubbed off and they're just floating around in your tissue down there, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, maybe.
Huh. As
I think
older
it's just
implants, say
I
again,
think it's
Scott?
just people bagging on plastic.
As older implants wore down, they could release tiny particles that triggered inflammation in the surrounding tissue, raising the likelihood that the implant would gradually loosen. The findings could change how patients think about surgery. In the past, younger adults were often warned that getting a hip replacement too early might mean needing another operation later, like you were alluding to, Scott.
Revision surgery is usually more complex than the first procedure. It can involve bone loss, scar tissue, and fewer implant options. Longer lasting implants may reduce that concern, although they do not improve it or remove it entirely.
The researchers caution that these numbers describe large groups, not individual guarantees. A hip replacement's lifespan can still depend on age, activity level, bone quality, weight, overall health, implant type, and surgical technique.
Even so, the study offers a reassuring message. For many patients, a modern hip replacement is no longer just a temporary fix. It may be a decades-long repair that helps people move with less pain for much of the rest of their lives. So, yeah, it's like anything else, right? They've continued to improve these procedures, and obviously they're not doing it for the money, because if that was the case, they'd want to replace these things every few years. But they're doing it for the quality of life for people. So,
Yeah.
my hat's off to them.
Yeah. Well, I thought this would. A lot of people are affected by this, so I thought this story would reach out to a lot and shed some light.
Yeah. Well, I've already sent it to my son, so yeah. Hopefully, because he's on the fence about whether he wants to have it done.
Hopefully, this stimulates him to talk to the doctors and find out.
Yeah, definitely. So.
And we
All
gave the magazine and the date it was published. People can go back February 28th, 2025 in the Lancet and find that article and read the whole article. It's just a summary.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning. Take care, everyone.